ball from Atkins there, couldn't get it away. Waterhouse spins it off to Mickey Higher. Higher with the offload, gets a bit lucky, picked up by Hill. Hill's got support on the inside. Here comes Myler. Myler with a kick to the corner. Well, the makers in space. Monaghan will reach, and Joe Monaghan scores the game's first try. Richard Silverwood confirms it is Warrington who've got onto the flyer.
And the offloads come in. The offloads out of the tackle created the space for Warrington. But what's vision is unbelievable. I thought the Leeds scramble defence was fantastic. But the vision, just watch. Just watch for the offloads. There's the first offload. Hyam goes up the middle. Another offload. And then Hill just goes up the middle. Third offload. Just watch the vision, because the winger has come in to cover the supporting runner, which allows Monaghan the space to go. This is it. The third offload in that phase of play. They cover very, very well. But there you are. You see it. Number 5. Ryan Hall has come in to cover the support play. And Monaghan scores.
Well, his brother Michael is on the bench. I think his dad's here as well today, Joel Monaghan. His mum has come over. There's Michael. His mum has come over to watch Michael Monaghan play in Wembley Cup finals in the last few years, and has spent the entire game outside in the car park. She cannot bear to watch her 2 sons playing rugby league, so she stayed at home this year and she's watching on the telly.
Well, it saves the flight money anyway, doesn't it?
Well, if you're watching Mrs. Monaghan, you can be proud of one of your boys. Here's Brett Hodgson with a conversion attempt. Decently struck.
Great kick.
More than decent. Right between the uprights. And Warrington have the start they want. The question now is, how do Leeds respond?
And those conversions, just watch. See the space. He's got the space there because Ryan Hall has done the very best thing in coming in and cutting the support runner off. Unfortunately, the vision of Myler was fantastic.
Stiffener down the middle. Here comes Burrow at dummy half. Sinfield, support on the inside. A spinning effort by Kirk, who's got there. My word, he's got there. Warrington's defence a little soft. And Ian Kirk with the urge and the surge has put Leeds on the scoreboard. The coach looks unmoved, but he'll be mightily pleased, because Leeds have a response.
And that's the response they needed. First time they've had field position and they come away with a try. This is the incident. Does he steal the ball?
It looks as though he'd already lost it, doesn't it?
I think he had his hand in there and then he kind of raked it away. But they switched off. Inside ball. That's a big man running over a little man. Hodgson is there in the line. Just watch. Kirk comes in. And that is it. And as they've scored, the heavens have opened. It is absolutely chucking it down at Wembley. Absolutely. Look at this rain now. Where does this come from?
And the thunder and lightning above us as well. Kevin Sinfield adds the goal. Brian McDermott is a drowned rat all of a sudden.
And this is the inside ball. He spots the man, stretches over, try. There they are.
It's rugby league, but not as we know it.
Summer rugby.
It does rain in the summer as well, John.
And again, tell me about it. Well, as I've said, it's all now about possession.
Well, there's a touch judge on the field. Brian McDermott looks like he's just been for a swim in the swimming pool. No umbrella for him.
I'm not sure what's happened here.
Well, the touch judge is on. He's obviously spotted something. He wants to work with the referee, Richard Silverwood. It's Tim Roby, the touch judge with a yellow flag.
Behind that line.
These are now big calls. Touchers coming in.
can hear what the referee's saying here.
Let's see, yes.
What we got?
I've got is striking out by Paul Wood after the ball's gone.
Paul Wood, first
We need
offence.
to check Paul Wood. It's first offence. We need to check who's in there. There's
Okay.
every second minute. Right?
All right. We've had no lead. Paul.
So Paul Wood of Warrington is the man who's being pulled out here.
Ball's gone. Okay. All we've got is you lashing out. Okay.
It's not a penalty.
So he is
That's
the
all
number
we've got. So
16.
penalty's going against you.
And has a crack at Carl Ablett. Oh, he had a crack at Carl Ablett, all right.
I think Carl Ablett a little dabble him, and then there's a right hook.
Got him, yeah?
On the chin.
Penalty's going against him. Okay, don't do that.
Someone said in the back, no, that's not a penalty, that. I think that is a penalty. And
It's a Challenge Cup, by the way. They're not allowed to punch each other. And Kevin Sinfield's going for goal here. Now, this again is a decision that's no doubt been made by the weather. It has eased off for the moment. The rain
Yeah.
has stopped. Not
It's
that you'd know
stopped.
it looking at that picture.
no.
But Kevin Sinfield taking the percentage decision here.
Well, I think with conditions, well, as they have been the last few minutes, now it's a slippery, soggy surface. It's going to be a tighter match.
We got that in the end.
So that's the decision. If this is going to be tight, we're going to get our noses in front. So let's take anything that we have now.
Decent crowd here at Wembley today, but as you can see, that ring of indifference again making its mark. Well, if anybody is desperate to get his hands on a Challenge Cup trophy, this man is. Can he edge his side a little closer here with this kick? Over it goes, I think. Yes, it does. The flags, yellow and red, both are raised to confirm that Kevin Sinfield has landed his second goal. And at 8 points to 6, it is Leeds who edge their noses ahead. All Wood. The position is excellent, right in the middle, 4 to go, 5 yards out, left it comes to Myler, quick hands to Waterhouse with a reach, has he got that down? The referee has a look, he's going to be mindful to give this, yes he will, it's a second try for Warrington. Trent Waterhouse, the man to score it, and it's Warrington who are back in the lead.
As I said, field position now is vitally important. Very difficult to defend in these conditions. The tries have come from mistakes and a penalty. That head shot by Darren Griffin, here's the penalty, gives them field position. Waterhouse just barges his way over. Just watch, lovely dummy run, gets on the back on the outside. Very difficult. Again, Jones, Bishop and Watkins, two of them try and come in, but it's so difficult to stop such a big man, Waterhouse, from that distance.
Kevin Sinfield on the floor was making a case for that ball having been lost, but Richard Silverwood confident enough not to go to the video ref, giving it on the evidence of his own eyes. So Brett Hodgson, the man looking to add the 2 here. Another real veteran, 34 years of age, Brett Hodgson.
Class player though.
Veteran of state of origin clashes in days gone by with New South Wales. Wembley finalist, as we said, back a couple of years ago with Huddersfield. Loser on that day, but a goal kicker this day to give his side a 12 points to 8 lead. And you rather fancy this could be a final that swaps and changes in terms of the lead throughout the afternoon, throughout the duration.
Here's the ground in. Oh, that's not a knock on. That's a try.
Don't forget the rule, you don't necessarily have to have your hands on the ball. If you've got your upper body on the ball, that is good enough when it's being grounded. But the entire width of the field to work with here on the final tackle. Sinfield's kick. Hall's trying to time his run, blocked out of the way by Breers. The touch judge is on. Monaghan's going to run away, but whatever happens here, it's academic because the touch judge is on, and I rather fancy it's going to be a penalty at the other end here for Leeds. Tim Roby came running on, and this is, I mean, Lee Briers will try and change his mind here,
Just
but this
watch.
will be for the interference by Lee Briers as judged
Yes.
by the touch judge.
Lee Briers jumps into the man. That's what the touch is going to say. Whether that is the case or not, we will have to wait and see. There was definitely a collision in the air, whether there was intent or not. We'll have to have a look at that again. Just have a look. Just see what Lee Briers is doing. He's got his eyes on him. Yeah, he's getting in the way. That is a penalty. He doesn't have to move out of the way. He doesn't have to move out of the way, but he did step into him. Dave, what do you think?
You could throw that VT, that replay, to about 150 different people.
Different.
And you get 75 opinions penalty, 75 opinions no penalty. Depending whether you're wearing Leeds colours or Warrington colours.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Lee Briers is getting a talking to as well here.
That could be what a call that is. What a call. 2 minutes to go.
Well, there's a penalty at the other end that maybe should have been Michael Monaghan.
Yes.
That he would have been convinced by.
Yes.
And on the other side of that, Lee Briers convinced that that shouldn't have been a penalty. But it is.
That's all right, mate.
And Leeds have the advantage here. Kevin Sinfield has elected to kick for goal. Well, again, it's an interesting decision he's made here. 4 points the difference.
I don't understand this
Just
decision.
under 2 minutes to go.
Do you?
Narrows the gap to 2. But if he...
I have no idea what this call is for. You know, you've got an opportunity to go for 6 points 2 minutes before half-time. If he gets 2 points, so what? There's 40 minutes to go in the second half. I don't really understand this decision.
Well, maybe just harking back to history, when Leeds played Bradford, I think it was 2003 final, there were 2 points between them on that occasion. Kevin Sinfield turned down a kick for goal when he thought his side could score a try and win it, instead of going for the kick to draw. Maybe that's just lingering at the back of his mind. Maybe he's thinking, we'll take two, there's no guarantee of the 4. Mind you, there's no guarantee of the 2 here,
No,
is there?
there's not.
He's a good kicker, but it's still a test. And what are we to doubt him? Kevin Sinfield, or Sir Kevin Sinfield, as they call him in Leeds, puts it right between the uprights. Brian McDermott would never have been in any doubt that his skipper would have landed that. It's 10 points to 12.
Let's see that. He looks at him, leans into him. I think, yeah, it's the right decision. Just watch the eyes. He steps. It's a 50-50 call, but I think it's the right one on that occasion. But
half time, they simply have to control the ball better, according to Tony Smith, and that will win them the cup.
Thanks, Damien. Thanks, Damien, with the inside word from the Warrington dressing room, and Tony with the inside word from the Leeds dressing room. That's been lost, and it's been picked up. Now there's surely going to be a question to be asked here. Well, Delaney is celebrating, but the referee's allowed time on because he knows that he's got the benefit of the video referee to decide how this ball was lost. But it's a big, big moment for Phil Bentham, the video referee, to adjudicate.
Players' reaction usually says a lot. Just watch. He was smashed earlier on. That's a big, big hit.
Kylie Lulai did not miss. Hodgson left on the floor, wondering what day of the week it is. What a hit! And Burrow in the background, adding to the pain and agony of the moment. And as tough and as uncompromising and as vicious as this looks, would you say it was legal, or was that slightly high? Jonathan Davis can barely look.
Let's have a look where the contact is first of all. I don't know why Brent Hodgson is running down that channel. You've got to avoid it, right? Does the shoulder hit the head first, or does it hit the ball and the chest first? If it hits the chest and ball first, I think it's a fair tackle. If it doesn't, it's a foul tackle. It's a massive call. Is it a knock-on as well? Let's watch the ball as well. Does the ball... Hang on, watch his arm. Oh, hang on. Let's just watch if this is a knock-on as well. I don't know, there's so many things to look at here.
Bang.
That's a good tackle. Then let's have a look. There's the knock-on. I think it's a knock-on scrum. I think that's a very, very good tackle, but I think there's a knock on.
Well, look at Brett Hodgson there now. He's actually back up on his feet.
If you lost the ball, you are going to do an Oscar. Let me tell you, if you lost the ball on your own 20-metre line...
That ain't an Oscar, Jonathan.
He's up on his feet.
Oh, you can't say that's an Oscar. He smashed it. He's just tough enough to get back up again, that's all.
Just watch. Let's have a look at the ball when it dislodges.
Now, are they going to judge that that was a knock-on by Luluai as well? That's the question.
That's a massive call, isn't it? I'd go fair tackle, knock-on.
Oh. Well, fair, but...
There's the knock-on. Just, he's very unlucky, because that's a great tackle. I think, you know, there's 50% booing and 50% saying that's a great tackle. There's only one man in the whole stadium.
Well, Phil Bentham.
There he is. Knock on.
Making the decision here. Kylie Lulai's not sure what this decision's going to be. Here it comes, Phil Bentham. No try, scrum defence. He's given the knock on. The tackle was fair. He's decided. Hodgson decidedly groggy. He's been hit with two big smashes in the early stages of this second half.
That's a big call, I tell you.
Luluai did get a hand to that, so knock on, so Warrington's head and feed. And we're back where we were.
That so easily could have been a try, because I felt there was a great tackle.
Driving it in, put down. That was a bit. Here comes the last. Monaghan again. Behind Wood, into the hands of Hodgson, and left it goes to Atkins. Their favourites to score here. Riley into the corner. Isolating the wing of Ben Jones-Bishop. Didn't know whether to stick or twist. And Riley siding in.
Well, what a big 5 minutes we've had. The Lalou tackle, then the knock-on. Warrington score. I think Atkins going to score on his own here as well. Great dummy run, just when Hodgson comes in, that's the dummy run by Trent Waterhouse, who draws the attention of the defenders. Just watch him. There it is. Callum Watkins just gets caught because of the run of Trent Waterhouse. And it's a lovely give and take. Just watch. He steps in. Ben Bishop's 2-on-1. Scores.
His 99th career try. Chris Riley edging closer to a real landmark, and what a proper occasion it would be were he to pass the century mark here today. 16-10. And if Hodgson puts this one over, then the scoreline, the difference becomes a little more significant, because it would be 2 scores that Warrington would lead by. So Brett Hodgson would look for all the world as though he might be out of the game.
Recovered well, didn't he? I told you he recovered very, very well. Very well.
I hate the hint of cynicism that you deliver that line with.
If you've given a try away in the Wembley Cup final, you lay there thinking you're
If you get smashed in the head by Kylie Luluai, you also lie down as though you're hurt, because you are hurt.
He's tough nut.
Here comes Hodgson.
Oh, he's
put it wide. He's put it wide.
Must have been that tackle.
So 10 points to Leeds, 16 to Warrington. A try and a goal would put Leeds back level.
Great finish. Look at that.
Warrington with the advantage thanks to that moment.
And I was off the ball running by Trent Waterhouse. Just sucked them in.
Eventually put down, but look how close he is now. And they still have tackles in the back. Monaghan out from dummy half. Myler again. Again, they've got the numbers here. Again, they've got the numbers. And it's the same outcome. Different finisher. Ryan Atkins. Another try for the Warrington Wolves. And you sense it swinging their way now. 2 tries in very quick succession. And they're beginning to turn momentum their way.
That's a great ball. Great ball. Atkins, a try scorer. There we are. Richie Myler. Hodgson once again. It's been very difficult for Jones-Bishop Very difficult. They've been caught short on that right-hand side. You see it, look, it's a dummy runner once again. 3 on 2, you've got to pick a man. Hodgson picks the right man with the ball. The defence picks the wrong man. That's the problem. It seems that decision seems to have absolutely deflated Leeds, hasn't it? The Kyle Alou decision. A knock on again. You know, they've been unlucky with those calls.
It's the Warrington fans to our right who are in terrific voice at the moment. Those in primrose and blue, as opposed to the amber and blue at the other end.
Well, I think Leeds have got to be a bit more expansive now, Dave. They have to come out. They have to bring these boys into the game. Callum Watkins, Ryan Hall, Hardacre. They've got to go a little bit wider. Burrow's got a dart. They can't just take it up.
Here comes Hodgson with the conversion attempt on the touchline. It's struck superbly well. Superbly well.
That's a big kick as well. So that takes them to 12 points clear. 2 converted tries. This is the money ball. Bang. Very difficult for Jones Bishop to cover 2 men. It's the right pass to the right player. Right result for Warrington.
And if you're wondering what the symbol there that Ryan Ack just held up at Warrington, threatening to turn this into another wave of attack. Westwood puts his head down, tries to burrow his way over, manages to get the offload, an improbable offload, and impossible to stop try. The man with the most famous beard in the game, Tyrone McCarthy, has to wait a moment to see if he's been given the try here.
Obstruction, I can't see any obstruction there, but we have to wait and see. It's a miracle offload, and again, let's see the obstruction. Great support play, never giving up. Westwood offloads. No, it's not. That's not. There's not an obstruction there. Before he goes down, there's the offload.
Well, it's the run of Chris Hill they're looking at, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think.
That's not a block, is it?
The man he was running at never even selected him in defence, so maybe it was just a peripheral vision thing here from Richard Silverwood. He saw it out of the corner of his eye, so just for safety's sake, would have a look at it.
I just think they covered themselves. So go on, see if there's anything happened.
Well, here we go. Watch the head-guarded player here, Chris Hill rather, as he comes in. He comes in. Now, is he causing an obstruction here? Is he causing an obstruction? Well, I don't think there's even a touch there on Ablett, was there?
Well, Ablett, that's not obstruction. That's a try.
Well, the Leeds players, as they would naturally do, are asking the referee to go for the video replay there, hoping. But the fact that Phil Bentham is now having a look at the grounding suggests that he's happy there was no obstruction, and when he sees that, he'll be pretty confident in pressing the button that says try Warrington. Tyrone McCarthy. In 2009, he played only 3 weeks after his first ever game for the first team. Far more experience this time around, and a try scorer this time around, as Warrington stretch the lead, perhaps inexorably their way. 26 points to 10.
Try scorer for Warrington Wolves, number 21, Tyrone McCarthy.
The questions are being asked. Have we got it in ourselves now, even without that star performer? Have we got it within ourselves, those Leeds players, saying to each other to come back from here? But at the moment, Warrington are looking like the irresistible force. Brett Hodgson looking for his 4th success of this Wembley Cup final. Over it goes, as easy as you like. It is now 10 points to Leeds, 28 to Warrington. The try scorer's off for a breather as the interchange comes on in his stead.
There's the ball again. Great hands by Rashford. He's such a talent.
Takes the score to Leeds Rhinos 10, Warrington Wolves.
What an amazing offload that is.
Still got the 3-score lead. And there's every chance it might result in opening up this Leeds defence again. Lee Briers with a drop goal has suddenly made it a 4-score game. Leeds have to score 4 times now. Warrington are getting closer and closer here. Briers with a 1-pointer makes it 29 points to 10.
Yeah, it was very slow playing the ball. That extra point takes it out to 19. Very good field. Good decision. Nothing really else on. They've totally dominated the game since the Kylie Lulu tackle. Yeah, and again, how narrow they are. It's been very, very easy. They've really closed them down.
Peacock with the offload. Burrow picks it up. It's Sinfield who gets his arms free and swings it away to Hardacre, who sees a bit of a gap to run into. Here he comes, puts the kick to the corner. Callum Watkins is the man on the chase, and Callum Watkins will score a try that just gives a hint of a recovery.
Yeah.
You never know in this game. You really never know.
Well, they've got 10 minutes left. That try, one more try, then they start thinking that they can do it. They'll be feeling sorry for themselves the last maybe 5-7 minutes, but that'll give them self-belief. And again, it's the offload, but he goes in, great. Burrow, Sinfield, another offload, and Hardacre gets on the outside of Carvel. Gets on the outside, that's a lovely kick. And Callum Watkins shows his pace. That's a very good try.
Time is of the essence, so Kevin Sinfield spending as little time as he possibly can here over the execution of this kick, but he has to make sure he nails them. That's important too, but he's put that wide. So 14-29 means that Leeds still have to score three times before the end of the game.
It's a lovely kick once again, good football. Callum Watkins scores.
Here's Mickey Hyam back on the field at dummy half. Morley along to Briers. Lee Briers, left they go again. Not quite the numbers this time. Hudson will slide over and wins it for sure for the Warrington Wolves. 3 years ago, his heart broken as a Huddersfield player. The start of his heart, his body very nearly broken by the big hit of Kylie Luluai. But at the end of the game, he comes up a hero. It's going to be Warrington's day.
Yeah, just watch the width they put on this play. And he's a kicker as well, so take his time walking back. Just watch the dummy runners once again. There's one, the width on the pass, they stretch the defence. Again, that dummy runner there. They've attacked the youngsters on the right-hand side. And again, there's the dummy pass. Trent Waterhouse has caused havoc with his dummy running. One dummy runner, great width on the passing. Monaghan, in he comes, throws the dummy. He just stayed off him a little bit too much there, Callum Watkins. That is it. Leeds, his little comeback is now over.
I think every try has come in that part of the field, that channel, hasn't it? Just trying to run my memory banks back. Joel Monaghan in the first half was the other side, but apart from that, certainly Warrington have wreaked havoc down their left side attack, Leeds' right side defence.
Trent Waterhouse is so important that people say, oh yeah, he hasn't done much with the ball. His running off the ball has been superb.
Here comes Hodgson with a conversion attempt. Over it goes. So it adds to his day of delight. And it's now pushing out to a very, very comfortable scoreline in Warrington's favour. 35 points to 14. They're winning at a canter.
Again, just watch Trent Waterhouse, okay? Just watch him. There he comes. Hold Sinfield up. That's right.
They're going to be held up short.
Get on the line. Get on the line, Chris. Go, third.
Here's Burrow. Ablett. Watkins. Looking to reach, and Callum Watkins will claim a double here. Confirmed by the referee. It matters little as far as the outcome of the game is concerned, hence the rather mooted celebrations. But at least he's got two to his name.
Yeah, 2 tries. Start of the future, this kid. I just feel that they've just added a little bit too much for them, Leeds. The quality of their attack has done them. But what a talent this kid is.
Sinfield again. To get on with the kicking as quickly as he can, but he'll look away and run away because that too has fallen short of his high expectations. And today's performance, I'm sure, will have fallen short of Brian McDermott's high expectations. His lead side soundly beaten by Warrington despite that last effort, that late effort by Callum Watkins. Their career, but down he goes, and the embrace for Joel Monaghan for Leeds Rhinos. A walk of pride yet again for Tony Smith. His side have won it today, and Brian McDermott left wondering once again, what is the blueprint for Challenge Cup victory for the Leeds Rhinos? Yet again they haven't found it, but you have to say full marks to the Warrington Wolves. 3 times winners in the last 4 years, and they've done a job very efficiently today.
Yeah, very efficiently. I thought they were the better side, but you have to say the turning point was when that man Kyle Allure hit the tackle on Hodgson. The try wasn't awarded, and I felt that was a huge turning point in this game. Momentum swung. Warrington then went ahead, scored some quick tries, and Leeds were deflated. But I thought overall best team won.
Well, Kevin Sinfield must be wondering if he will ever collect a Challenge Cup winners medal. Not today, Kevin. It's Warrington's day. They have beaten Leeds by 35 points to 18. There's the referee today, Richard Silverwood, getting his medal. It's been a year of medals, hasn't it? Especially for Yorkshiremen. Tim Roby and James Child. Now this is the longest, lowest walk of them all, isn't it? It's almost torture to make a team do this, especially in these circumstances. From Leeds' point of view, so often they've been here and yet failed to deliver, failed to pick up that silverware they cherish more than any. There it is, the Challenge Cup. 1999, last time a Leeds skipper was able to grab a hold of it and take it home. Kevin Sinfield was hoping that today he could right that wrong from that club's point of view. It's not going to be the case. A little shake of the head as he walks past. That's Brian McDermott. Well, last year they used this cup final, and the defeat in the cup final is a springboard towards grand final success in the playoffs, and he'll be hoping that they can do something similar this year.
Yeah, I think they showed great character last year. You know, everyone had written them off when they came back, and they were superb at the end of the season. So it's a horrible walk. You know, it's not a place for losers, having done it, and it's not a place.
Well, as he said, it might be the latter stages of his career, Adrian Morley, but it certainly ain't the end. He just keeps going and going and going. And they are gone, unfortunately, from their point of view. Today, anyway. The beams of the winners, the smile of the Lansdowne Trophy winner, Brett Hodgson, 34 years of age. Heartbreak 3 years ago, the ultimate joy today. A winning team, a try scorer, kicking goals, and taking home one of the most famous individual awards as well, to boot. Little Moss. Don't tell me there are more like him at home. There certainly are.
Warrington Wolves.
Lee Breers, Ryan Atkins, Richie Myler, left out of the team 3 years ago, but very much part of a winning effort today. Big smiles for him as well. they're happy to shake anybody's hand at this stage. Stephen Broomhead, the Warrington chairman. Nigel Wood, the chief executive of the Rugby Football League. Guest of honour today is Peter Phillips, son of Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal. But it's that man again. That man again. That team again. 3 wins in 4 years. It is such an impressive return for the Warrington Wolves. Wembley turns a shade of yellow and blue. Primrose and blue, to be absolutely correct. Ryan Atkins with a celebration. Richie Myler, Joel Monaghan, following in his brother's footsteps as a Wembley winner. Chris Riley, Tyrone McCarthy, who was very nearly a debutant at Wembley 3 years ago. Another who gets his hands on it, Ben Harrison, Gareth Carvel, who leads that line so impressively. The Lance Todd Trophy winner, Brett Hodgson, getting his touch as well. Michael Monaghan, another Lance Todd Trophy of yesteryear, back in 2009. Ben Westwood, the foundations on which very often this Warrington team is built. All along the line it goes. Mickey Hyam, Trent Waterhouse, Stephen Ratchford, a Salford player this time last year. What a year he's had. Paul Wood, been here man and boy as a Warrington man. Chris Hill, what an impressive young prop forward he is, by the way. And last, but certainly not least, Tony Smith, who has built a dynasty. Got Huddersfield up and running, got Leeds up and running, many would say. And building a dynasty here at Warrington as well. He's left to pick up the pieces, and his winner's medal. It's Warrington's day. Winners by 35 points to 18. What a day for them.
And the only sort of senior figure from Warrington who's missing is their long-serving chief executive, Andrew Gatcliffe. He's at his son Simon's wedding to Christine in Essex. He said, "I've thought long and hard about it, taken advice from anybody willing to give it, and I've decided that my kids come first." But it was a 1 o'clock church wedding, and he's going to be trying to join in with the celebrations, as I'm sure there will be somewhere in London tonight with all of the Warrington players and everybody else involved. And congratulations to them, a thoroughly convincing win, and Adrian Morley there, who is described by Lee Briers. He says even though he's 35, he dresses like a 78-year-old. There's a very funny, Lee Briers is very funny about all of the players. He says about Chris Bridge, he's the #1 moaner at the club and the grumpiest man you'll ever meet, but talent-wise, he's exceptional. And that's the risk you run when you let one of your players go through the whole squad and give notes, but it's very amusing to read. And well done to them. And the voting, by the way, on the Lance Todd Trophy, interesting. Brett Hodgson got 27 votes. This is a one-off. It's decided by the press that are here, the Rugby League press. So Brett Hodgson outstandingly voted the winner of that with 27 votes. Richie Myler, who had a great game, he got 5 votes. Ben Westwood 2, Michael Monaghan 1, Lee Briers 1. So I think pretty convincing that for Brett Hodgson. And the 3 players that were interviewed, Brett Hodgson's 35, Lee Briers is 34. No, sorry, Adrian Morley's 35, Brett Hodgson's 34, and Lee's 34 as well. I mean, they're so useful though when they get out there on the pitch with the ball.
Experience and quality, over 100 years of rugby league experience in essence, and they're big.
That was very good.
You used a calculator. I used a calculator and took the socks off to use my toes. But I just think they're brilliant when on a big occasion. And we talked about with the Leeds team that's a lot younger, handle and cope with the pressures of the game, and you have to perform in the game as emotionally as involved as they were, wanting to get this monkey off their backs in relation to not winning the final. Warrington set about winning that second half and beating Leeds, and that's what they did. They played well on the day.
Claire, you just said about their age. Brett Hodgson's 34. He's just signed a new 2-year contract for the following 2 years. And as coaches in the clubs, we always talk about more resources and recovery and better than that. And we've got to understand, if we're going to do that, we've got to let players play in their late 30s. And these guys are great byproducts of a squad that's rotated to not utilise them every week. the great thing for Tony Smith, when they have a break, the following week when they play, they're outstanding. They step up to the mark. I was a little bit surprised by the voting by Richie Myler. I thought he had some magnificent plays and come of age as a young player with composure today, and I'm a bit surprised with he's only got 5 votes.
We've got plenty of time. We'll analyse the key moments, where the match was won, where it was lost for Leeds, but these are live shots and you only get to see this once a year. The winning team celebrating success in the Challenge Cup, and for Warrington it's becoming a habit.
Well, you get rewarded in public like the boys are here for the hours and hours of practice that you do in private, you know, together as a team, and the culture at Warrington at the moment.
Seriously, look at him there.
Yeah.
He'd be leading the team song, and don't forget how long he's been at the club. He would be the leader. You always have a leader of the team song, and that's always taken on a veteran, and he takes that role.
It's just culturally they're very good. They work hard for each other, you know. Tony Smith has done a terrific job there. He's turned it all around, and you know, no more so than that man in the picture then, Lee Breers, and there's the owner, Simon Moran, who deserves a lot of the credit for his own personal finances that he puts in there and supports the club and gets it to the level it's at.